Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 stream. Just waiting for the E3 show to go live at 8 o'clock this evening. Not too long to wait now, 19 minutes. I do apologize. I'm a little bit late streaming this one, but I am here now, so let's get this show on the road. So the first thing I want to do is just... I'm just going to skip through this, but I was going to bring up some points that maybe I didn't notice or mention on the breakdown video that I did earlier. So what we're seeing here is basically the trailer, and one of the things I wanted to point out was that within this trailer, if I can just bring it up, this angle here. So notice the camera angle and how it swivels, like this angle here, this broadcast camera. So chances are there could be a broadcast camera within PES this year. So let me just bring up the chat a second. Let me just here we go. Hey, Mr. 24, Mr. Chaos Games. Trailer looks absolutely sick. Yes, it does. Sorry. Yes, it does. But yeah, like I said, from here, look at the camera angle. It's got that sort of broadcasty feel for it. And notice, now from the broadcast camera, when you cross it, normally when you get this close to the this area here, what happens then is the camera changes angle and it would sort of be down here directly behind the player. So it's interesting that it didn't switch and that we've still got this broadcasty camera angle, which is really, really good. It's one of the things I didn't mention. But what's the price of PES 2020? Well, I bought it for £53.99. However, I bought some PSN wallets on CD keys, and I was able to get a discount on those. So that was really good. So I've saved, I'll save 14% on those, and then I saved an additional 10% by pre-ordering through PES 2019 if you've got the game. Yes, I believe Konami have lost the Liverpool license, and I think they've replaced it with Manchester United. Hey Jasper, welcome buddy. That's the rumours anyway, and also Bayern Munich could be licensed as well as Juve as well. But I did cover that in one of my previous videos. So this is the trailer is absolutely superb. I did a full breakdown video. I'm just watching my own video, to be honest. But look at this. Look at that from Ronaldo, just like he did against Chelsea. So yeah, I've covered all this before, but there was just a few things I wanted to mention. That it looks like there is a broadcast camera angle for those that have just joined. I just want to show you back here. So you can see this, like, this is like the fan view, I guess. But look how it swivels, and look at this view here. Normally in PES 2019, if this was a broadcast camera angle, it would zoom into a cameraman down here and you'd see like a very, very low angle of the pitch, and it was super frustrating. But you can see here, it looks like they've listened to us and they're actually giving us a proper broadcasty camera angle, which is really, really good. I'm loving that. That's really good. I feel like the league I want most in PES is probably the MLS. I don't know. I don't think they'll have the license to that. I think FIFA have got the license to that. But to be honest, for me, licenses shouldn't matter. There should be the tool. Konami need to provide the tools for the community. Yes, it's lazy. It's a cheap way out. But the community will pick up the pieces and they will run with it. So if you give the community a stadium editor, they will generate stadiums for you. If you give them unlimited amount of leagues that you can create, the community will create unlimited leagues. Obviously, with the PS4, there is a limitation because obviously there's got to be some sort of limitation on how much editing one person can do and how big those files are, because they don't know how that's going to actually impact how the game actually feels and plays. So obviously there has to be a degree of how much you can upload. Otherwise, it could impact the performance of the game. So you could see frame rate drops and stuff like this. And then how are Konami supposed to solve everyone's issue if people have been uploading really high resolution kits and stuff like this? So it's like when I play on my when I play PES 2019, my PlayStation Pro sounds like it's like gonna take off any second, because what I find is that where I've got real high res kits between two teams, and with the Legend AI, honestly the fan goes absolutely into overdrive, and it sounds like my PlayStation 4 is just gonna PS4 Pro is gonna just like fly away. Check the Iniesta video as well. Yes, I will do actually. There is this is what I was going to do. I was going to cover off all the main things. So we're going to look at obviously I've covered the trailer in this breakdown video. Check that out. That's really good. Well, I think it is, but I'm biased, I guess. But yeah, let's go to PES 2020. You can see on here, Konami. I've already pre-ordered the game. It was a bit of a no-brainer. So we've got the website here. The release date is the 10th of September 2019. You can pre-order now. I have got another video on how to save some pounds just by buying the wallets through CD keys, and also buying the Legend Edition through the PlayStation, through Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. As you can see here, you get an extra 10% discount. So that's always worthwhile doing. Plus, you get this guy, and that's got to be worth it. Purely for Ronaldinho. I've always wanted Ronaldinho. I don't even play MyClub, but I always try and roll when he's available with all my coins. Like I spent like 700,000 coins just trying to roll this guy, and I never managed to get him in last year, so I sort of gave up. But yeah, here's the Iniesta video. Obviously, I cannot play the sound, unfortunately, because I'll just get slammed for copyright, and I don't want to like waste this opportunity of the stream. But basically, we're gonna see a few gameplay clips here. And what I'll do is I'll pause it and give you my thoughts on what we're seeing. So that's the typical, those little moves there. That's the typical R2 and R1 move there. That's in PES 2019. So let's go back to that. A new feature for PES 2020 was created with Iniesta. It's something I think it's really good that they're working with Iniesta. You know, he's got one of the he's one of the cleverest players ever to play midfield. Probably, arguably one of the best, if not the best. He was so intelligent. He was like, him and Xavi and Busquets were just incredible for Barcelona. I remember watching them play Manchester United off the park at Wembley. It was just they were just light years away. Can I use the CD key for Xbox? Yes, you can. cdkeys.com. Like I said, I'll leave all the description. I've left the links in the description of that video as well, so be sure to check that out. Hey Denzi, welcome buddy. Welcome everyone if you just joined. It is the same engine. It's not. I did say this. I did say I don't think it's going to change engine soon. Look at this. Iniesta played PES 2020 after it was modified to reflect the feedback. So he's given them feedback, and now he's saying the turning is very nice. So obviously he feels like it's maybe a little bit more responsive, especially the turning with the outside touch. I think this will realise the natural motion of dribbling. He speaks faster than I can bloody read. Using the two analog sticks. I mean, he's going to say nice things about it, isn't he? He's not going to turn around and go, God, this is a terrible game. But no, I think it's really good that they've got him involved. Oh, look at this. Oh, yes. Yeah, we've seen that one before. I can do that. little two touch. I call that the double touch. I think it is actually called the double touch in PES 2019. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. It looks like they're using the right stick more for moves that you'd normally use the right bumper or right trigger, should I say, R2, or if you're on Xbox, it's right trigger. So that's interesting. I like how he's just like playing inside his house here. Clearly around his house. They've gone around his house. The dummy kick. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go back to that. So it looks like he's going to play a fake pass this way. But then he slots it through here. This is beautiful. I love this. What? And obviously that guy must have, Iniesta's got weighted pass because you could see the way the ball slowed up when he played that ball through the defense. I just love it how he's like going to be like having a really big influence on how the game plays. Brilliant. Have you also noticed that it's actually they've actually changed the name? It's actually called eFootball PES 2020. This eFootball is actually part of the name. I thought that was just like, just a throwaway thing that they're just trying to promote esports, but that is actually the name of the game, eFootball PES 2020. That's the trademark vision of Iniesta. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, Liam Live Gamer. We don't get to find out the teams until July. Until July, but it's there's strong rumors that let me just hold that there while I mention this. That Manchester United will be in PES 2020. Now this concerned me a little bit because I saw I was like, what's that defender doing? He's just sort of stood there. He's not actually going with the player or intercepting the ball. But I'm guessing they put this on like beginner for Iniesta. Look at him. Hey, dude, you just beat beginner. That's got to be beginner. If that's legend or superstar difficulty, I'm going to be worried. But that is 100% beginner. I know a lot of people said into the comments to me, said, "Oh, the keepers don't save anything." Well, I looked at that. I was like, okay, he's playing it on beginner because there's no way. There, look at that. Look how easy he got free there. And this guy literally does nothing at all. So that's definitely on beginner. Well played, IDJ. Well played. IDJ is the man with all the info. He's the guy that gives me all the info. So if it's wrong, blame him. And he's pretty on top of everything. Hey, Blood Clot Yang, welcome, dude. One thing I would like to say, that they haven't updated the faces of Messi throughout PES 2018 and PES 2019 year. It was the same throughout. Does his face change that much? I don't know. I'm very well, thank you, very well. Just waiting for the stream. We've got 6 more minutes. And then we will be live with the E3 show. But let me just run this on. Hey, Mernez, Hopic, Chisboo, player ID and team ID in PES 2020. Hopefully those are improved. I would love to see more player ID. And I think we'll get that. Certainly with this chap anyway. This from the video clip we saw earlier. So that's really nice. We've already seen the E3 trailer. I've already covered that. So, gameplay, how you choose to play. In PES 2020, expert opinion has been employed wherever possible to ensure that every action made on the pitch stands up to the scrutiny of even the most discerning of football fans. So looking to work closely with Iniesta to translate his inability to read the space around him and slip through the tiniest cracks of an otherwise impregnable defensive line into a new dynamic dribbling technique. Wow. I think they need to work on their English there. Into a new dynamic dribbling technique, or perhaps with instead of into. Anyway, I'm not going to scrutinize. In alignment with this philosophy, PES 2020 will feature a realistic portrayal of player error, creating more opportunities for you to take advantage of careless mistakes made by opponents. I mean, when they say all this, it's just lip service. They could have said this last year, the year before, and the year before that. Until we got our hands on it, we're not really going to know. The finesse dribble, I think we've already seen this bit. Yeah, this is just going to be a snippet of what we've already seen. Yep, we've seen that. So, upgraded trapping techniques. Yes, I think we've seen this from the trailer. Yeah, these are all from the trailer. Context-sensitive kick accuracy. This is something that actually interests me. So for football purists, fewer things are more satisfying to see than a long ball that wings its way towards its target with uncanny accuracy. But like anything else in football, accuracy must be earned. PES 2020 realizes this idea in-game by bringing an added level of realism to the pitch with enhanced context sensitivity for kicking. This means that the accuracy of each shot and pass you unleash will change relative to your posture. That's good. I like that. I think that happens in 2019 to a degree. Your position on the pitch and how much pressure you're under, making it for a deeper and more authentic football experience. Again, I think that's in PES 2019, if you ask me, because if you get a hold of someone in PES 2019, their shooting, their passing accuracy reduces dramatically. So maybe they've increased that a bit more, which would be good, because I think it'll lead to a more sort of end-to-end game, and there'll be more turnovers perhaps. So good until scripting takes over your players. I don't believe in the scripting, to be honest. I think that's a load of rubbish. Loads of people put up videos going, oh, it's scripting. I'm like, no, mate, you threw the bloody ball into the back of your defender's head. How's that scripting? It's not scripting, mate. You just thrown it into your back of your player's head. I mean, like, gee whiz. And then some of the people rage and go, oh, look at my players. I'm like, well, yeah, you haven't used Super Council there. You know, move your player manually. God, honestly, bunch of girls. Wow, I shouldn't really say that, but you know, just constant whining. It's like, dude, just get good at the game and then get good. Get good, noob. Improve ball physics. Okay, we got 1 minute until official PES kick off with their thing. So I'm just going to refresh this, make sure it doesn't go live without me. So nothing so far. Make sure there's nothing on their channel. No, not just yet. So we've still got a few seconds left, but it'd be good to see how it's going. There's catch up. There is a catch up in online play. But I think the scripting you're referring to is when the AI is actually changing their tactics. If you watch, when you think they're scripting, look at the AI tactics change, and it's not actually scripting. It's actually where it's where they're changing from like maybe neutral or defensive to attacking, and when they do that, you think, bloody hell, what's going on here? It feels different, and that's because they've pushed more men forward up the pitch. Their fullbacks are further forward. Their midfielders are further forward. So you're going to be under a lot more pressure, and you're thinking, cool, scripting, but it's not. It's where they're changing tactics. That's my opinion anyway. And as for online, there is a catch-up bug where when you go 2 goals up, it's harder to your players sort of slow down a little bit. But that's just an online catch-up feature, and I can understand why they do that from a business point of view. Okay, here we go. What's this? No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I thought they'd kicked it off then, but they're a little late. I was under the impression it was supposed to be 8 o'clock. Aha! Here we go. Bosh. They are late. Come on. Here we go. Let me just whack up the sound. They are late. God, look at this chat. How can you speak when it's like that? Let's give this a like. PES E3 live stream. Well, I'm here on time. I'm 2 minutes late, if anything. I can close these down now. Let me just close that one down as well. Just make sure there's no lag in the stream for you guys. Let me just ramp up the sound from the audio. 20 should be good enough so you can hear me and hear them. Okay, so let's have a look at the chat, see what that's on. Again with Fox Engine, yes, I'm glad they stuck with the Fox Engine because I think they can get more out of it. Looking at what we've seen, hey Daddy, looking at what we've seen already, we can clearly see that there's massive strides or big improvements, and I think they can get even more out of it between now and release. They'll polish it up even more, and that's what they'll be working towards. Once they got the base game and all the animations, all the additional animations they've put into the game, as you can see from the trailer, yeah, they are late. The Fox Engine was the right idea. They're gonna move to the Unreal Engine, I imagine, when the PlayStation 5 comes around. And the reason for that is because more power. They'll be able to do more with it, with the new, new power of the PlayStation 5, or additional power of PlayStation 5. I think the PlayStation 4, even with this engine, is struggling. Unreal Engine is pretty well optimized for NVIDIA graphics cards. So we'll just have to sort of wait and see, but I'm pretty sure the Unreal Engine will be for the PlayStation 5, and that makes sense because look, let's be honest, when they moved to the Fox Engine in PES 2014, PES 2015, those two were the worst PES games in ever in my opinion. Anyway, they were just uncontrollable pieces of mess. I was gonna swear there. Stop the hype. Full screen when it starts. I will absolutely switch it to full screen. It's not letting me do it at the minute because it's got this in the way at the minute, so I do apologize. We need more commentary. Yes, I will actually. I'll be sort of listen to what they got to say, and then if there's any breaks and I can get some words in, then I will absolutely mention that. Otherwise, I'll just join you guys in the chat. Hey Dave, welcome buddy to the stream. Now we need better crowds and atmosphere. I totally agree with that one, Daddy. I totally agree. Atmosphere has got to be one of their main priorities. I think they've sorted the camera angles out. Sounds like they're sorting the Master League out, which is a big focus. They had a big backlash last year around the Master League because they said it's a 3-year project, and literally it's not moved for the last 2 years. So this is the third year. So they had to do something this year, because how can you say it's a 3-year project and then turn around and go, actually, there's no Master League development. So they had to do something this year with the Master League. And with the realistic transfers, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully that's budget for the transfers of the players, and also who's going to go where. That's one of the hardest things to program, I imagine, into a football game. How do you decide who can sign which players? You know, who would have said Wolves would sign Moutinho, Raul Jimenez, and players like this? You know, so it's a difficult one to weigh up. Hey, the PES company, welcome, buddy. Welcome, everyone. Chuck says PES 2020 looks like fire. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, dude. It looks absolutely incredible. I was really blown away by the trailer. I was just going to go, it's going to be all right. I thought I was going to struggle to like get hyped about it, but now after seeing it, I was like, God, those animations, those extra animations, that's what really makes PES. I remember going back, way back, PES 2, 3, and 4. They didn't really make much different. Well, certainly from 2 to 3 they did, graphically. But from 3 to 4, the graphics barely changed all that much. However, they added more animations, and it just made the game even slicker, smoother. There was things you were like seeing, but they weren't, you know, they just added so many more animations, and it was just great. You're scoring different types of goals, seeing different types of passes, flicks, tricks, and that's what they've done this year. They've built on a solid foundation of PES 2019. They've clearly added more animations, because the Marseille turn, 2 turns, or all of the clip, every clip you see is so super smooth and slick. Honestly, the animations was just like, I was so blown away by that. That was the best thing for me. But I totally agree with Daddy about the atmosphere. What do you think about the finesse dribble? Well, I was interested in that because they changed the controls. Now, before with the finesse dribble, you used to hold the right trigger, right? But now it looks like you're using the right analog stick. So it looks like they might completely change up the skills, which is going to be a bummer for me, because I pretty much mastered them. But hey, if I got to start again like everyone else, then I'll start again. It's going to be interesting. Spoony, why can't I find the PES stream? I had to go to their official Twitter page, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see. Well, they say they're live, but they're not. I'll just refresh this, see if it's popping up. No. Oh, right. Okay, they're on IGN Live. Ah, dear. PES 2020. Let's see if I can get a... Okay, let's go to YouTube. With a 3. Nice. Nice typing there. Oh, that's me. Thought, cool, that looks good. I thought, that's me. Right. Let's go to IGN. Nintendo. Oh, I don't want Nintendo. Maybe someone's lying here. Where is this? Where? What? I'm trying to read the bloody writing, but I'm gonna give up reading that. Yeah, me too. I can't wait for this stream to start. Hey, Nico, this isn't fake. This is for real. you know, I think we just have to wait until. Wow, it's supposed to start at 11 minutes ago. Bad publicity is good publicity. Absolutely, Ryan King. I have school and it's 3 a.m. FFS Konami. Sorry about that, Hayden. Where's your awesome layout with the breaking news, etc.? Loved it. Well, I thought what I didn't want to do is cover half the screen, and that is going to appear next year in my 2020 videos. I'll be doing like Master League and trying to do like nice graphics for it this year. So yeah, it will be pretty cool. The live stream is offline. Yep. Oh man, what's going on here? I wonder if they're having difficulties. Oh yeah. Did say earlier. Waiting. So they've. Looks like they've died. They're on technical issues by the look of it. Hopefully they'll be back on shortly. My goodness. PowerPoint crashed. As an offline player, I really just want to see more variety from AI opponents. I want Messi to absolutely shred my defense from time to time. That's a good shout, T-Mizzled07. However, in Data Pack 6, they did actually add more dribbling. Not much, but I totally agree with you. I think they need to be, like, players like Messi need to take on your defense far more often. But the last thing we'll do is see it too much and then him sort of waltzing through your defense every time he gets the ball. So it's just trying to find that fine balancing act. It's so typical from Konami. Oh, man. Well, Ryan King said above, he said, "There's no such thing as bad news. Bad news is good news, basically." I wonder if there is on. Tempted to jump into these IGN streams, but that just says Nintendo to me, so I think someone was lying. I wonder if anyone's responded to. Oh. Yeah, they've dropped the tweet. They've dropped the tweet that said, look at that. In today's live stream, we'll be focusing on gameplay. Send your questions to such and such. Yeah, so it looks like they've withdrawn the link and they're going to put a new one up. So we'll just have to wait, I'm afraid. I really hope they change the commentary. It is so boring. I agree. But I think, do you know what's more important than the commentary? I think it's the atmosphere, like Daddy Haram said. I really do think. Search PES 2020 recent tweets. Watch people be raging. I got no time for those that want to hate on the game. How can you hate on a game when you've not even played it yet? They've said all the right things. Have you tried manual passing in PES 2019? Yes, I have, Ricky. I think it needs a lot of work, the manual side of the game, because when you do a manual cross, you can't manually header the ball. It's broken in that way. New Barca shirt is terrible. I absolutely agree with you, Nero. Where's the Konami live stream? Well, it's offline at the minute. We are just waiting for them to get back online. This is a massive epic fail here by Konami. Nothing here so far. I mean, all we've got so far is the trailer, and we've also got we've got the Iniesta video, or the trailer's the key one for me. So I'm just gonna watch this one more time while this sorts itself out. So what's everyone's opinion of the trailer? Is everyone happy? Is there anyone unhappy with it? Trump has killed the Konami stream. Make PES great again. Hey, Janine, welcome, dude. I mean, I'm sure you would have said hello before, but I've never had so many people join my stream so far. I'd play manual if they fix the heading. Yeah, I totally agree, Ryan. That's what kills it for me. When you do a cross and you see people like chest it and volley it in the net when you just want a header. I like the gameplay, but honestly, that Master League sneak looks so promising. I totally agree. I really dislike the trailer. Too many skill moves. Well, I think that's because it's one of their new features in this year's game. It looks like they've completely changed the way it works. Iniesta was saying you hold the right analog stick now instead of, you know how you used to do finesse dribbling with the R2 and just using the left stick? Well, now it looks like you got to use the right stick. So that's going to take some getting used to. Hey, Pale Sloth, welcome, buddy. If everything goes wrong, now that's okay, as the game doesn't. I'm excited for the Master League, man. Yes, they got some great new features. This is still offline. This is really concerning. Let's refresh their Twitter page. You're late. 2 hours ago. Yeah, look. Might try their Facebook page in a minute. If this doesn't... It's looking desperate, isn't it? I love this from Ronaldinho. Look at that. Look at the way he plants that defender's legs here. I've covered this in the breakdown video, but I'm sure some of you weren't there. But look at that. He's faked him out so much that he's trying to block it with his foot. And I love this, like the new defending and blocking animations. That's really cool. Did this against Chelsea. That is beautiful. And also the managers. You got the managers on there as well, which is really, really cool. Look how smooth that turn is. This is what I was saying about the new animations. That is just so slick. There's like... They haven't skipped a single animation at 60 frames per second there. That is incredible. And here's Messi doing a Messi run. I did actually notice that this gameplay is on a like beginner level. Because in the Iniesta video, they cross it across and the defenders don't even move. So I was like, that's got to be like beginner level for Iniesta, just so he can score and promote the game maybe. But you can see here new partner clubs announced in July. So that's going to be United, hopefully. Manchester United. Yeah, people are really getting frustrated. Well, they're building up the numbers in the chat, I bet. The only thing I was disappointed with at the entire thing was this. Not this in particular, but the fact that there was no focus on a Pro Clubs mode or anything like that. That's one of the questions I'm going to ask Adam Batty. In fact, I'll do that now because they say... Send us your questions with PES gameplay for Adam Batty and Rob to answer during the live stream. Okay, so I'm just going to put the mic down a second and type out a question to those guys. Is there any questions you guys want me to ask? Like if there's any good ones or best ones, then I'll ask them. Ask if they made any changes to become a legend. Yeah, I literally just typed that. As for Man United, I mean, the partners are already decided, and I'm pretty sure Manchester United are going to be one of them. How are you feeling about PES 2020, lad? Oh, Camaldinho, mate. I wasn't optimistic about the trailer. I just thought it was going to be... After I saw FIFA's trailer, I was like, I was so downbeat over FIFA's trailer. I was thinking, I hope PES is like a little bit better than that. So I wasn't expecting much. And then I saw the trailer. I was like, cool. Those animations. It was just so slick. But yeah, I've covered it all in a breakdown video. But also, look how sharp these graphics look here. Oh, that's the graphic I wanted. Look at that. They really pop out. Whereas in PES 2019, they sort of blended in sometimes with the background. But you can see there, Messi just pops out beautifully. So you got that there. And then, again, loads of pop. Obviously got his tattoo there. But it's just... I think they've improved the lighting again. The jump they'd made last year was really significant. This is very similar, but you can see, I think, by the lighting, it's even better. I think it looks absolutely fabulous. Volumetric lighting. Here, this is brilliant. I mean, look at that. Even got like the creases in his elbow. That is just ridiculous. Seriously, and this just looked amazing. Someone said it looks wet, but I disagree. I think that looks absolutely fabulous. And the light here and the shading, brilliant. That for me is absolutely incredible. That wasn't intentional, it was a glitch. It's crazy. Croatia 0, Tunisia 1. Well, hey, Tunisia, come on. When can we get a real gameplay? Well, hopefully they're going to be bringing it here, but it's still not started. And it was supposed to start 24 minutes ago. They're not allowed to add a stadium editor? Is that true, IDJ? That's a shame. That would have been perfect if they could have. I don't see why not. I don't see why they can't add a stadium editor. What's the deal around that? Hey, Lloyd Clark. Welcome, buddy. I'm longing for the gameplay. Damn, man. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too. IDJ is the font of all knowledge. I trust everything he says. He usually gets it right 9 times out of 10. EA doesn't allow them. That's interesting. PES released in August last year. In mid-August this year. No, it's September the 10th. PES 2020 is coming out. That's the release date. I can show you that on their website. So that's up here. There you go. 10th of September 2019. Cannot wait. PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. I've bought 2 versions. I bought the PC and the PS4 versions. And can't wait. Cannot wait for this. Let's have a look at match day. See what this is all about, because they mentioned it but didn't really go into it. New mode, match day. The competition events will be linked with the real derby match schedules. Stand united in support of your team in match day. The brand new match day mode does more than capture the spectacle of football's biggest matches and notorious rivalries. It distills the essence of football culture into a competitive format that lifts you out of the spectator stands and puts you onto the pitch. Align yourself with one of 2 different sides at the start of each event. Wherein every Every perfectly placed pass and show-stopping goal you unleash contributes points towards your side's victory. All right, so it sounds like you're going to play as one side, they're going to play as the other, and then depending who wins the most games out of the two teams will determine who's the overall victor around the world. That's pretty cool. Would be good if they turn that into 11 against 11. Oh, that's PES 2019. I was like, oh, we got the demo date here, but no, it's that was very sneaky on their part. Get me excited there. Have they got the stream working yet? Nope, still dead. The stream's still down. Wonder if they've. Sorry guys, we're having some technical difficulties with the stream at the moment. So we're suffering a slight delay to this afternoon's eFootball PES 2020 stream. The team are working hard to get us back on track as soon as possible. We'll keep you updated. Boo! My hand's going to bloody drop off holding this mic. They're not allowed to... They're not showing the live coverage. Not yet. No, unfortunately. They are running a little late. They're experiencing technical difficulties. Doesn't surprise. New post on Twitter. Check. Oh, thanks, Daddy. I've just read your tweet. Your message. But let me just ask them about. I'm going to type again, so I'm going to put the mic down. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, so that's sort of just carrying on what Daddy said about the atmosphere. It's one of the things I'd love to see. Is there any other questions you guys can think of? The stream is never going to start. I have faith. I think they'll get it sorted. The Twitch E3 stream. I don't think it's on Twitch, is it? Yeah, it looks like there's new camera angles. So if we jump straight to this here, this bit here, you can see here that it looks like you've got like a broadcasting angle. And also when you see this next bit, have I gone too far? I've probably gone too far actually. Yeah, here. This is probably better. So in PES 2019, if you get in this area with the broadcast camera angle, any area that area of the pitch there that I'm sort of squaring off, the camera would drop down to right next to the player almost in this sort of position on the pitch. So it'd be really low down. You wouldn't be able to see really who's where. And it was awkward, like going from this view to a view right on the ground, which didn't make any sense whatsoever. But you can see here, he's able to cross that ball, and there's no change in the camera angle. So it looks like they've really got a nice broadcasty camera angle, which is really, really good. Ask if there will be 2 kits for the goalkeepers. Yeah, they should be, because you can always create them. Same in PES 2019, you can create secondary goalkeeping kits, and whether they're there or not is down to the modders basically, unless it's an official team, where you just have to hope that they've added them in. Why you don't speak Farsi? What is that? I have no idea what Farsi is. Is that like a language? They better have toned down the replays. They show you too many. They take an age to skip. You can skip them. You just press the start button. But I love the replays. I don't think the replays are an issue, but I mean everyone's got their own opinion about everything. I suppose that's what's hard for them to determine what's right. But look at this. Look at that. That's the new defensive. They've got new defensive animations. But I love this. This is what he did against Chelsea. That was just sublime. I can't get over that. Cannot get over that bit of skill. But look how smooth the animations are. That's the key for me. They've clearly added more animations. And the fact they're linking in with Iniesta, who's going to have like loads of knowledge to share from the pitch, is really good. Ah, it's up. It's up. We're live. Yeah, baby. Okay, let's whack this up. Okay, I'm not hearing anything just yet. Product details, significant gameplay improvements, high-profile ambassadors. That's obviously Iniesta and Messi. And Master League Remastered. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be a good one, guys. Let's go live. So we are live. Full screen. So we shall see how this plays out. I've got it, dude. I've got it. I just need to make sure. Let me know if the sound's okay for you guys and whether you want it up 4K, please, Spoony. Dude, I haven't got it on 4K. I've got it on. Oh, what? 720p. Is that as good as it gets? 8K, please, mate. Look at these guys. 4K, I'm leaving. Are you serious? Because I'd have to like change the stream. 16K, I'm banning everyone. Manchester United licensed. There's a strong belief that they are in PES 2020, and I'm pretty confident they are. They weren't in EA's 8K or no party. Yeah, so I do believe Manchester United are going to be licensed from all the rumours. And we've got IDJ here. Here we go. Okay. Welcome E3 Livestream Football 2020. Oh, it's offline again. It's offline. I switched it to 8K and the live stream's gone. This is the best watch along ever. Honestly, I think my hand is going to drop off by holding this mic. My mic weighs about 10 kilos. Actually laughing my ass off at this disaster. What? What's going on here? They've literally just shut it down completely. That's the end of the live stream. Fan dabby daisy. Wow, seriously? Ah, dear. Let's discard that. Oh, this is absolutely atrocious. What a live stream. I know, dude. I know. This is disgraceful. Come on, Konami. Sort your cool, man. Dude, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. The shortest stream ever from Konami. Oh man, this is killing me. This is absolutely killing me, honestly. Oh man. You had one job, Spoony. I know, Luke. I know I don't know what's going on, mate. I don't know. This is the first time I'm ever doing this, and certainly the last as well. This is certainly the last time. This is absolute madness. They bottle it every year. Will May and I be exclusive to PES? I don't know about exclusive. Old Trafford maybe, but it's unlikely. I imagined EA have got those stadiums locked in now. But Barcelona are exclusive, so the Camp Nou will not be in EA's game this year. I blame Spoony. Thanks, Sash. Spoony Yetta. Thanks, dude. I think he's having a go at calling me a Yeti, maybe, but Spoony, I'll be back when it starts, okay? Okay, dude. Well, at this rate, I mean, come on, seriously. I don't think I've ever been to a live stream where it's not gone ahead. It might be like 5 or 10 minutes behind, but this is 40-minute delay. I don't think it will start today for real. Technical problems. Yep, absolutely, Craig Daniel. Yetta means you bring bad luck in my country. Argentina. I love well, I'm a massive fan of Messi, so I'll apologize for you. Look at this. This is the first time I'm ever doing this, and the last. I will not be doing this again. Spoony, you can play in Cruyff in Master League. Yes, you can. Admit that Ronaldo is better. Well, let's be honest. That I am just glad that I've grown up in an era where those two exist, and I've been able to witness them on a football pitch live together. So I just consider myself blessed. They are both outstanding players, but for me, I guess it depends what you prefer. Whether you prefer goal scoring or long shots, then you're going to lean towards Ronaldo. If you prefer dribbles, control, assists, then you're going to prefer Messi. It really does depend. You could flip a coin between them, to be honest. But for me, all the stats sort of favour Messi. If you Google the website Messi is Impossible, it was made about a few years ago now, but you can see his shots to goals ratio is just like phenomenal. Like, he has far less shots than Ronaldo and was scoring just as many goals. And he plays in a deeper position. So that's why he wins it for me, because he plays in a deeper position, tap midfield, right midfield, but he lays the ball off and comes in, almost like ghosts in, doesn't he? He's so good at that. But dear, come on, PES, official PES, sort your lives out. It's back. Are you sure? I can't see it. How can you say it's live? It's not. Look, I'm on their page. I am refreshing. I just got the notification. You sure it's not this one? Look, there's nothing on their website. can't link it. Oh my gosh, this is an epic fail. Where did you see the link? Lies. Daddy's lying. Hold on. No. Let me hit that notification bell. Oh, hold on. It looks like it's live, but type this on you. Okay, just a second.
As well.
Yes.
He's got a very deep touch and he's got a lot of knowledge and advice for us to make that feature the best it can be. I think it's going to be game changing as well.
The king is back.
Can you hear it, guys?
Messi. Guys, you don't understand. I want to say a huge thanks to the agent Pablo, who worked with me for a number of years.
It is actually really quiet.
I've always been fans of Messi. Of course, we're really thankful for working with Philippe over the last few years. But when the opportunity came, and that was really what it was, to work with Leo, it was fantastic, and I think he was ready to come back onto the video games. What he said in that interview, I think it was FC Barcelona posted it actually, with him talking about his son, always asking him about the, why you're not on the cover, Dad. And that was a really genuine answer from him when he was speaking about being back on the cover. And I think it's fantastic for us to just kind of hear that desire from him as well to be back on the cover, that his family play PES, and that I guess he was brought up on PES, wasn't he? We were the first ones to have him, so
winning 11 times.
Right? Exactly.
Back in Argentina.
Exactly, yeah. And just having him back here, back where he belongs, and I mean, for me, the greatest player ever on our cover, and he won't be the only player on our cover. But he's going to be, he's our main player. It's Leo. Messi's on our cover, so it's great.
The other thing that we are announcing today is a global partnership with Barcelona.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of people were concerned, and I know this kind of happens when you come to the end of a partnership, and people probably seen the history. We've been promising a lot more change coming to PES when it comes to licensing and partnerships and stuff, and we really wanted to make a statement this year with that. And the first one is Barcelona going from premium partner to global partner, which is a higher level. So we're much more closer, and I think it was fitting really to go and sign their best player, the best player in the world, to kind of match that level of deal. We're going to do a lot more things with Barca, some exciting content coming to the game over the next few years, as we hope to work with Barca moving forward for the future in many, many cool ways.
We have the release date.
Yeah.
For September
10th.
September 10th.
Global, by the way. I saw some people talking about the date maybe in Europe here and there. Actually, it's globally, almost globally, with the disclaimer asterisk being that it's just Japan, which is a few days later, but globally September 10th.
So
Europe,
September 10th, Europe, Americas will go live.
Americas, yes, exactly.
We have the standard edition with Leo Messi on the cover, and maybe somebody else.
Yeah.
We cannot talk about that yet. But we have a nice legendary edition with some
Ronaldinho. Met him. Actually, really, I've got some great stories which I won't go into now because people want us to hurry up so we can play the game. But when it comes to meeting footballers this year, I met Ronaldinho last September when we did the scanning. Because what you get as a pre-order bonus, like we did with Beckham last year, is a 2019 version of Ronaldinho. And he was actually in Japan. We brought him to the office and we did a 3D scan, walked him around the office. Such a pleasant guy to actually be around. And then when we went and met Messi actually in middle of May in Barcelona, and meeting him. And I have to say, I've been very lucky to meet some amazing footballers, but he was the best. He was the most genuine, the most pleasant. There was a part where we were in the changing room. I was just outside it, and he was literally coming out of the changing room. And at that point, Pablo the agent was going to say, okay, I'm going to introduce you, Adam, just don't move. And then he got called somewhere, and I was like, please don't come out now, please don't. And he actually just came out the moment, and I was like, oh no. And he just goes, hola, and just really smiled, and I just was like, Pablo, just like, but he was talkative. He spent a lot of time with everybody after the shoot as well. Such a lovely guy, and really, really was a complete honor to meet him.
That's so nice. Tell me about this. I mean,
No.
we're gonna start showing you guys the video. I know we were so behind today on the live stream, but we're here now. So we're gonna focus on the gameplay today.
Yeah.
We had a nice, strong demo build, I would say, for this E3 show.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, we're really far advanced on some of the key features here, but that shouldn't take away the playing experience for a lot of people here, because we are still really on a good level when it comes to showing what we're trying to achieve with the game with the key features.
So we're gonna be playing right now. I will hang you the remote control, Adam. You're gonna have to show me something. You've been playing for a long, long time. I started picking up a few days ago, so.
Is that getting your excuses in? Actually, Robbie, I didn't sleep all night, so if you don't beat me now, you're never going to beat me, my friend.
This is it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the whole point of this.
Let's just talk about the menu. Are we showing the screen right now?
We can go, but yeah, we can go back. We're going to make sure that we're streaming the. I think they're working right now to get us so you guys can actually see the gameplay, because the whole point of this presentation, the live stream, is for Adam to actually go deep into the gameplay, because I know that's the questions the community, the fans who wants to see a lot of gameplay. What is changes? What are we talking about with all these dribbling the Iniesta been doing? It's actually nice to see all Iniesta's moves. I like the play like Ronaldinho style, like how he's holding that with the chest, playing with the back.
I think it's the uniqueness from the game really that we have in terms of the, being able to bring the players to life. And I think a lot of the key features that we've worked on in the game is really around the tagline, the playing is believing. And I think the trailer is really unique. You see a lot of new animations and touches, and I think I can understand if somebody would look at the trailer in some instances and say that this, is maybe similar to 19. But I think if you really go deep and if you experience the game and actually play it, it's such a difference. It's such a vast difference.
I mean, we have a new camera angle too, so it's a lot. I can see already that difference from not just the gameplay, but the visually that it needs to get adjusted. Like one of my biggest mistake that I made this year was actually get my hands on PES 2020 and start using the same style as last year in 2019. I hit a wall at one moment. It's like, what I'm doing? Is something wrong? So you have to actually to adjust your gameplay to the gameplay, because I feel like a benefit from possession the ball, take your time. It's all about time.
Yeah.
The time you take for the perfect pass, to come out with a nice dribble. And I saw today on the Iniesta trailer, Iniesta's explaining that. He's like, you step back a little bit, you can see the feeling itself, and then you decide what to do. So
it was really interesting when he was talking about it. He got really involved in the discussion, and you can see from the footage from the Iniesta trailer, you can see exactly how involved he got, how he was discussing the actual movements, the way that he's saying that he wants to create an angle so he can come inside and be incisive and make those opportunities, fool the defenders into moving a certain way, or looking at opportunities to make an angle where it would be advantageous for him to come inside and make that movement. And I think, when you sit with intelligent people who are masters of their craft, whether it be football in this instance or something, when somebody knows what they're talking about, that you're sat with somebody and they're talking as like a true expert, and you just feel like totally lost in that conversation. And Iniesta's playing in Kobe right now, so it's not a crazy journey. It's like 2 hours on the Shinkansen, and you can go and see him, and he's in his he's got his home there, or we went to a studio nearby in Kobe, and just being able to see him in that environment, and a great player like Iniesta, and talk about these key features was just amazing. When you were thinking about how you can integrate what he's talking about into a video game. And that's one thing that I will say is there was an interview that I did a few years ago for this German publication, and he said to me, "What's the difference between you and your competitor? If you took away everything, why do you think there's this difference?" And I go, honestly, I think it's because we're Japanese. And the reason why is I've never seen this eye for detail, this meticulous level to recreate something so granular, because it's those small things which build up into something bigger. And the team in Japan have taken this concept of this finesse dribble, which for many people is a similar concept, and hopefully I can show you guys soon. It's a similar concept to what we've done before, but it's taking it that step further, where it's giving you full control of your player in any kind of given motion when in possession of the ball, and as Iniesta says, giving him the opportunity to create. Um, a skilled player to create opportunities for for his teammates. So I think just having that integration into the game with the Japanese team, with that, with that eye for detail, those small things that only certain people would appreciate, and being able to recreate that and put it into the game. And really, I think a football fan, or certainly a fan of that kind of footballer, would really appreciate.
No, I'm really excited about it, and to show it to the guys that are watching us right now. And one of the things during the small trailer today from Iniesta,
Yeah.
you guys were showing him the old style of the PES, and then he was making his adjustments, and to see his reaction to get the gameplay back to him with the feedback that he gave him. And he's saying, you know what, this is exactly what I was.
You don't. You got. Yeah. There was a line where he said you can't get better, and it's nice to hear that. But it's a kind of like working with the development team in Tokyo. Those guys are very much, I guess, 50-50 on those kind of things. They take bad things the same way as they take good things. They don't get too carried away with positivity and don't get taken back by negativity. So they're very level-headed. But obviously, when a footballer like Iniesta is telling you that you've done a great job, it does make you feel good. But we've got a lot of more work to do, because, like I mentioned, this is not a short-term deal with Andreas. We have a long-term deal with him where we're hoping to develop the game further and further.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I mean, are we ready to play, guys? Can we start playing right now? Because this is like having a plate of food in front of me. I cannot eat it. It's like I
want to play.
To get in. You want to get in this and play?
Maybe, yeah. I don't like. I'm seeing too much of my tired face right now on the screen.
And people don't want to see us. I know for sure they don't want to see me, so they want to see some gameplay. And we're ready to show you guys, especially with the menu. Here we go. We got the menu.
Yay!
We're changing.
Yeah.
Listen to
Okay.
some feedback
So just press down on the controller. So this is what I want to say to everybody. Right now, it might look kind of simple with the logos, but it's very dynamic. We're gonna bring different pieces of content to you. So in this instance right here, IE3, we've just been talking about Iniesta quite a lot, and we've got this trailer which we've published. This is a different kind of version. It's more of an overview. So we've got the two things which we're going to speak more about, which is the finesse dribble. The dummy kick is the kick, which is what I call. I think people are kind of used to me calling our key features something different, because I see it in a different way. Because dummy kick is the name of the feature inside the game, but actually I call it just quite simply disguise pass. It's where you hold the power button as if to shoot, and you press triangle or you press circle.
There we go. It's right now on the screen.
Okay, yeah. There you go. So that's something which is really key. But yeah, let's go back to the menu. So if you press up,
let's go back.
Brand new menu. So the first thing I want to say is it's very dynamic. One thing that you can't do here is go between the different options, which is obviously the PES League, and then you've got the three key modes there. But when you do have the full version, you'll be, every time you go through each of the screens, you'll see different players appear.
Different players, huh?
That's obviously for the future announcements. But the idea is that you will see, it's not going to be the same image all the time. That's what I want people to know. So you'll see different images. So if let's go straight into it. Quick match. So I'll go over to this side. And so from here, it's very similar right now in terms of the look and the feel. I think.
What you wanna do?
Okay, so I'm going to
Go to the
go
legends. You wanna
as
do
PES Legends, and you go as boss. Great idea. Okay,
do that way? Okay.
and
Now this is new,
so
right here.
this is a new look and a new feel. It's still being worked on. So everything that the people are seeing right now is still being worked on. So I will try and give you some good ideas of what's going to be different and new in the game, and what's going to be changed and what's going to stay as it is. But right now, this is being worked on right now. So this is a nice angle. People will notice the shirt looking different, different player models. You can see the difference between Suarez and young Iniesta here. It's something that we're still working on, is the shirt style. So obviously, if the fans are watching and they've got some feedback on the look, please let us know. But do feel assured that we're still working on those things as well.
Let me get this to for sure 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's take our time.
Take our time. Do
Okay.
like that. You
Yeah.
wanna do overtime or anything like that?
Yeah, let's do overtime and PKs. Let's do it.
Leave it as regular for the goalkeepers or.
Let's score some goals. It's up
Score
to
some
you.
goals.
Let's
No,
put.
no, no. Let's score some goals. Why
Yeah, yeah.
not?
Game plan.
Let's go a game plan.
I want to.
You want to include some players in there.
I mean, we've actually, the way the team is built here is based on just being able to have all the players on the pitch. So you'll see Nedved there. What I tend to do is mix it up a little bit. And actually, my formation is very attacking, so I think you should have some fun here. I like Totti. I met Totti in Rome as well. So
did?
yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna bring on Diego. We'll show Ronaldinho
You're bringing Maradona. Of course, you're gonna be showing off with Ronaldinho. Doing some Ronaldinho.
some skills here and there. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm thinking. I just the only change I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Vidal.
Okay.
Might have to defend a little bit more than you just because of your players.
I hope so.
Yes, you are at full attack.
I'm leaving myself very open at the back here.
We'll go full
So
attack. We'll go here. The stadium. We go to Camp Nou.
yeah,
Night and we like the summer, right?
yeah, summertime. Summer. Okay, great.
Do it.
KO. Okay, so I think something that I'm not sure will come across in the stream is some new animation, ambient feel of the players as they come out onto the pitch. It's very similar right now in this demo, I think, to 2019. But hopefully they'll see a really nice visual look, because we've been working on all the lighting and making the game look more realistic. So this is summer night, and you can see that it's still, summertime, daytime, as
Yes,
as it
yes.
gets
It's
later.
not fully night right now.
Exactly.
I already can see some difference on the visuals.
Yeah. So you'll
compared
see
to
some of it.
last year.
Yeah, you'll see little, I
Little
think,
bit.
unique differences right now in these moments, for sure. See the players coming out. You see the different fit of the kit as well.
I see the stadium also has a little bit change.
Yeah, we've actually been updating it with Barca to make it much more accurate. It's the external parts as well. We've worked really hard with them on updating the external of the stadium itself. Also, the tunnel's been updated
Nice.
as well.
I see also this part also with the formation is also changed.
Yeah, well, it's got a different look, visual look. It's much nicer now. It's more transparency, bolder font, rather than trying to make it into its own compartment. I think it's more modern design.
Definitely.
That's the new ball as well.
Nice. We have a new ball.
Yeah.
This version.
So we'll play it.
And of course, as you can see right now, different camera.
Exactly. I'm happy that we got here. So
There we go.
one thing that I want to say to a lot of people right now as they are watching this is this is a
Oh, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Just about to kick off. Oh, literally, just as he kicked the ball. Oh, I'm dead. I'm absolutely fucking dead. Oh man, hunt for the stream. Oh my gosh. Ah.
Timing.
Yeah.
I use
Oh, he's
Messi
back.
for the kick. I should hold that a little bit.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that you do feel is the
Oh, they got
differences
Arsenal.
in how strong they are as well. So you'll see
Arsenal's back.
Messi is very small dribbler, but if you've got a
I can't believe it. I turned my mic off and it killed the stream. My mic's what is going on here? What the hell? They obviously can't get the PS4 to work. That's what I think it is. I don't think they can get the PS4 to work with the stream. It seems to be like every time they try to play a game, it's like... Oh, man. This is great. I don't think the PS4 can handle the game. No, I don't think that either. This is ridiculous.
big defender like
What?
I've got Vieira.
This is weird. This is very weird.
To actually make
Do we?
so, and you can. That's the new be able to match him for pace, but he'll be able to stick
This
with
is
him.
very
based on his
weird.
strength. That's nice and
Ah.
pass it to
Well, you were
Diego.
trying to do it quick,
Yeah.
Okay,
You
we're
just relax.
we're
then.
back.
Should I go for it from here? Do a bit of a
Why not? You
Beckham.
had Beckham.
Messi, please.
Try to control the goalie. No.
No, just let me score. No. Too much. So we've really worked on the animation and the flow. So when you see players, how they interact with the ball, how they actually kick it, there was a lot of feedback about the shooting and being more free. And you'll notice as well in the build that the way the players kick the ball is in the previous games you would have a situation where they would strike the ball in a certain way where it wouldn't match the actual spin on the ball. But we've really worked on the way the players kick the ball and the ball moves it in that way. So you'll start to see less animation where it looks strange. But I think one thing that's really cool in this camera is being able to see the stadium as well. So you can
True.
see your, your actual players on the pitch, and you can see the actual beauty of the stadium, and you can see the differences. So when you start playing in different stadiums, nice, you can see the differences, and you'll feel like you're playing somewhere else. What a ball! Unlucky. It's nice how you broke away. Something that I was explaining to somebody before as well is the actual having this new.
What the hell's going on? They're playing a game, but all we can see is the bloody team select. What the hell is going on? Seriously.
On managing the pitch, the way they worked on managing the positions across the pitch, and that was really important because everyone sticks together in their formation, and rather than being spread out like you saw in 19, things got stretched a lot. So I think that was really important as well.
I like how they depends on the who player has the ball, which player has the ball, the reaction of the other players. They know exactly who can give you a good pass and who can probably will dribble.
This is an absolute joke. What a joke of a stream. Oh my god, they're gonna get absolutely mauled. They don't lads, basically it's 2019. They don't want to show the gameplay. Ah, here we go.
Oh, safe.
Oh!
Someone's telling me that maybe the screen switched. But hopefully everyone saw that save. That was insane.
Hopefully.
That was
they see
ridiculous.
that.
Oliver Kahn. Maradona. Diego.
No! I'm gonna follow him. I have to follow him, man.
Oh.
Sorry, but I cannot let you score first. This is the first live stream, man.
So me and Robbie are super focused, guys. So if you saw something else for a period while we were talking,
Yeah,
we do apologize.
We were so into the gameplay, anyways.
Yeah, Brian was talking about coming and helping us. I'm just wondering if you're available, mate.
But for sure, I think they're watching now the gameplay.
Yeah.
You guys missed a good first half so far.
Okay, Bex, come on. Don't let me down. Come on, DB.
Come on, keeper. You can do it by yourself. By yourself. Oh, it
whoa.
deflect. It deflect.
One thing that we're working on is the animation motion flow. So it's kind of the linking between the motion, and right now we're still working on it. It's really important for the finesse dribble, so for the right stick control. Um, it's really important. But one thing that we want to see is the fluidity in the animation, where there's less what you call dead state, if you know what I mean.
What a pass.
Hopefully he's onside. Oh, ah, step over and
I had to
go.
go strong with you in that one. Man, you had so much talent in that team.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I was gonna have to go
He was
bang.
coming back.
I was about to go bang with Batty. Yeah, just off. I'll give you that.
You were so ready to.
But I really, I mean, one thing that I really like is really the sort of the pace of the game, and those kind of touches which kind of get away from the player, the stability of the player there fighting. It's nice using. I mean, you can see that pass now much more easy, and you try one again. Oh no, too far away.
But again, it's all about the timing. Before we
Yeah.
used to have just the pass, more about the power.
Exactly, but you see the style of the game. It's about varying up and using the pitch. So there's a few times when I play as Milan and I'm playing 4-3-1-2, and what tends to happen is that as I come out from my right back or left back, there's no one to actually play the pass to, so I have to come back and pass it back to my centre backs and build again. Ah, nice,
Oh,
Ollie.
save it. No.
Thank goodness.
I like how the
Can't
shooting.
save me so much.
Sometimes you can with it, double tapping the square. It's working better than previous years. I think, at least for me, it's working.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, Khan, give it some. Do you know? And I really love. It's something that you'll see a little bit here, but more and more that we're working on is the animation. On those shooting animations, it's really important. Oh, we're on the screen now. Make you look.
Ooh,
Yes. Okay, so it's half time.
it's gonna be a half time.
How do you feel? Oliver can't save me. That save.
Should we let the? Should we find a quick one? It has to be. I'm sure. You think it's part of the highlights? It has
Yeah,
to
it's gotta be. It's gotta be a highlight.
because I don't think we were tightly. I don't think it was on the screen when it happened. So let me just try to see if it's there. Hopefully it is because it was a double save. So sometimes it.
Yeah, you might be able to spot some new features. This is my four free kick attacks. So with the free kicks, we have changed it a little bit. So it's not the same as it was in 19 with the power. So you do have to remaster it a little bit, if you know what I mean. It's not.
Here's a double save.
Mm.
Here we go. You gotta see it.
Oh,
Look at that!
Oliver Kahn.
That was the game.
That was Robbie
That was
being
the game
dirty.
changer. I was trying to stop you from scoring a counter.
Yeah,
Deflection
just
on
the
the free
top.
kick. It was-
I think Stegen was across. I think, yeah.
He was gonna go. But
I think he's all right. But see, the animation is so nice there with the goalkeepers.
That was my last shot with the double
Yeah.
square there. Come, man. Come. Your man saving you right there.
Thank you.
Let's do it, man.
Okay, second
People want
half.
some goals. People want to see some goals. Any game plan? We're
Let's go straight into it.
Let's go.
Got superstars here. So I'll try and work with the right stick a little bit more as well. You as well, Robbie.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
The key thing that I want to say about the right stick is, that's the double touch which used to be in the game, and it's a little bit more fluid now. But the idea with the right stick is that everything is not see that it's just instant. It's like, oh, take it away, and we're working on the responsiveness even more. But it really adds to the ability with the player.
Hey. No. Oh! For his left. Oh, there we go.
I went straight into you.
Get out of here now. Uh-oh.
But I think what I was trying to show there is the intricacies that you can do with the right stick. You can move away from people like that very, very nicely with the right stick. And when you are with someone super special like Messi, you can really do some damage. Ooh. Yeah. Totti. Oh, come on, Totti. That's see that really.
Better
Obviously, we've worked on that as well. He is obviously more of a right-footed player, and in that instance, in the past, maybe you wouldn't get that kind of animation. It's not really fully developed right now in the game, but that's something that we're gonna have super strong come launch. Or I'm sure people when they finally get to know when the demo is out and when they actually play it, they'll be able to see that themselves.
So in terms of the demo, we're gonna announce that on the PES World Finals, correct?
Correct, yeah. So that's something we got quite a few announcements actually because we had so many things to announce. Well, a nice animation. Oh, so many announcements here at E3.
Oh,
Nice Totti.
no!
More save. Keepers are saving us. You see the structure of the defense here as well. That everyone's pushed up a lot. Who's that? Parky. So there haven't got a pass on. I've got to come back inside. Ronaldinho's occupied. Iniesta's making a run. Nice pass outside of the foot. Touch. Referee. Nice. Bang. Please let me. Bang.
Oh, he did it!
That was beautiful. I was just like the old days. Adriano Baistuta, just get on the right foot, left foot, boom.
You need just to find that right
Rocket.
spot, like the space. You needed the right moment to do it.
Do you know one thing that you felt there as well? Is not being able to hurt me. Baistuta on the ball, okay, he's not the fastest, but he's got that power and strength to hold people off. You see the nice little touches there and there. He's holding people off. Vidal's coming in, get off me, touch away, bang. Ridiculous.
Yeah, you see it right there when Vidal he had him, but then Bati just moved his arm.
And you'll start to really appreciate these kind of abilities and
he's
strengths.
Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah, and then
he found those 3 seconds that you needed.
That's it. You just want to get that. It's like a special move in a fighting game. Sometimes with that, if you get the perfect opportunity, you want to take it and just hit it as hard as you can. And especially with a player like Batistuta with such a strong shot power.
Have to try to get back somehow in this game.
It's hard talking and playing, isn't it?
It is. But it's nice. We're trying to show you guys some of these movements.
Yeah.
Some of these changes that we have here.
Exactly. So with the R2, we've got things like that. When you press the R2 now, it's like a give and go. Well, letting it go.
Used to be L1. I mean R1. So
yeah, that's right. They have changed it. And now when you press the R2, you can do the shimmies like the step overs and the shimmies as well while you're holding R2 now. So they have reworked the control system. And it's something that they're still tweaking as well. Because obviously a lot of people will have a lot of feedback, especially after the demo, about what we should do. I'm hoping people can really feel the pace of the game. I don't know obviously how this output is, but they can see the weight of the ball. The spin of the ball, which is something that we've been speaking about as well, which is very important.
Here we go. Look at that.
Yeah, Diego. Obviously, if he's got some heavy player or stronger player like Rakitic was there, you saw the way that players started to run then as well when certain players got the ball. That's the new Inspire stat. So you'll see with sorry, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. But you'll see when you have certain players, everyone will start to run, and they'll make a run for you. Especially when you're a skilled player. If you're a good dribbler, people will take people away, which we showed in the announcement trailer. I think that was really nice.
Yeah, it was.
By the way, people asking me on social media about Messi. We 3D scanned him. His latest 3D scan's not in the game right now, and we're hoping to get it in for launch. So if people are wondering if it's improved look on last year, but maybe kind of similar, please don't worry, we have 3D scanned him now. So hopefully that data will be going in before launch.
Yeah, and pretty soon after this game, we're going to go on our phones quick and check a couple of messages because we were promising to check all your tweets and messages and questions for Adam. So we're going to take a look at that. I know the whole delay kind of get us off track on the whole program, but we're going to get back to that and answer some of your questions.
Oh! Punched it. Ter Stegen.
I need a new counter. I need a new counter attack here. Come on. To build something.
What a ball. See that? That's brilliant. seeing this kind of football.
There we go. There we go. Get it. Oh, Messi's tired, man. So Rakitic had to cover that spot.
Oh no, wrist it there.
Leo!
Oliver Kahn is my boy. Strong, not as.
I like how you can change the pace too. Like, you
Yeah,
can
exactly.
like,
Exactly.
Quick pass and then.
You can see the responsiveness in terms of me actually going around in circles here. There's not really an irregular animation. Everyone's taking a touch of the ball. The ball is moving based on an inside or an outside step. And then you see the inertia being shifted from the player, and he's not going to go back there straight away. But you have that confidence. You have that confidence in the possession. Obviously, I'm a Legends team, so everybody's kind of good. But you can see the actual quality.
Trying to get you too. Oh
Nice.
no, he found the spot. Don't let him.
Oh, that was it. Kind of run out of ideas there. Went down a route. Fantastic. Okay, let's take some questions and we'll play one more game.
Let's get some questions.
More games.
More games. Let's see. Let's get to Twitter right now. I know we posted a picture earlier on official PES, so we're gonna go straight for that right now. And I'm still excited about this. First day of E3. Here we go. Questions.
Nice. Watching the replays are nice. Actually, watch them.
And that was
Doubles.
Look at that. That was safe.
Yeah, he made a couple of good saves for me, didn't he?
So today we have my different announcements. One of them was our offline mode.
Master League.
But,
so you told me that I shouldn't speak about it too much today.
No. We don't want to go into it.
But it's my baby, our baby. Actually, our baby.
It's our baby.
We worked really hard on this mode.
Yes.
And
this mode.
we did promise everybody, especially with me going to Japan, we did say that it's going to be our focus to get the team to work on it. And we didn't do too much. I think the team wanted to work on it. They really wanted to improve Master League, and we talked about a 3-year plan. And just seeing this year 2 absolutely improve on an incredible scale, absolutely unbelievable scale. And maybe a lot of people saw the first one to be kind of smaller improvements, and maybe we're expecting more last year. But I think this year you can see that last year we made those fundamental changes probably behind the scenes, which people couldn't see as much. But I think now you can see what we've done is crazy. All these
cutscenes. I want to get
yeah.
clear on this because I know we had the trailer which shows Johan Cruyff, Maradona being part of those legends that you can use as a manager.
Yeah.
They do have a good question here from Faces by Laucha, and he's saying that are these managers that we're seeing on these trailers, are they going to be also available in exhibition mode?
Not right now, no.
Yeah, at this point
it's just for Master League, yeah. So those managers that you're seeing, obviously you've got the legend managers. The legend managers, yeah. Right now there's no plans to, but I'll take that question back to the team in Japan because I don't know if it's something that you could do if you could use them in other modes. I think that's what I'm trying to say, really. If it's in an exhibition, that's a different question. But in other modes, for example, I think everyone knows what I'm thinking here, to see if we've decided on that situation. So for right now, it's just Master League.
Sportnut 1908 was asking about the gameplay itself. He said the feedback exactly on responsiveness. And I think we've been showing that, but what is your thought about that? You were talking about it's still being improved, even though for us right now it's very good.
Yeah.
Responsiveness, how you see that?
I think responsiveness is a really interesting topic right now because I think there's situations where if the game is too responsive, you'll start to see the players move into angles too instantly and it looks unrealistic. It's always been a very difficult conversation internally because PES's DNA is to have that gameplay. I mentioned it to you before. Is to make sure that everything is super instinctive. And everything that happens is not because it's not like a fighting game where you're going to, I'm going to do a fireball and a Dragon Punch right now. This is like, oh, this guy's going to do this, so I'm going to react super quickly, and I'm going to dodge past his challenge because I see it coming, and that's what PES has always been about. It's been about the game unfolding and you reacting to it. So one thing that we do want to keep it is responsive, but we're trying to obviously bring in player weight and inertia more and more in a realistic way without sacrificing the responsiveness. So I really want to make sure that we focus on that DNA. But one thing that the team wants us to do is to make sure that for 2020, when the player is interacting and shifting the ball, it's done in a realistic way. So if he's a right-footed player and he wants to go to the left and then he shifts to the right, it's not going to be instant. He's going to be moving maybe his right foot over the ball to shift it to the right, which, this is not something super new and crazy different to what we used to do back in the day, so it's something that we're trying to bring in, but not sacrificing the responsiveness.
Totally understand.
But one thing I do want to say,
be unrealistic on that moment.
Exactly. But one thing that I do want to say is the finesse dribble. Now, I mentioned before that we're still working on it, and you can start to see the magic of it in this build. But I promise you this: it's completely advanced from the E3 build right now. And it's so responsive, and just something that I was talking about when it comes to the fighting games. I was talking about the fireball. So let me put it this way: when you're in a fireball, down, quarter forward, punch. The fireball comes out on the punch, right? Yeah. So that's the fourth action, but then you do the punch. So let's use that example. Last year, there was the double touch, which I was doing before, where you press up on the right stick and forward on the left stick. And then once you press the second motion, then the player would go into the first animation, the second animation. So it wasn't happening as you were pressing it. It was like you did a special move and then he did the sides. So this year, you can morph into a double touch, or you can morph into a different kind of movement based on, if you press up on the right stick, your player moves in that instant up. So it's very different to the up forward as last year, whereas you start moving on the forward. It's all of this is what we're trying to work on with the right stick. It's very different where you're thinking, and right now, that for us is the most important responsiveness. Now, if the player isn't in a position to actually flick the ball in the way that you want, he'll still do so instantly, maybe in a very reckless way and in a way that he will never keep possession after he's hit it, but he'll still do it. He'll still try it. And we're trying to keep that super responsive.
And that answers the question actually from this guy, Adarsha, because he said it was so difficult to do skills in PES 2019. And one of the things is he said that he couldn't dribble as fast as he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because he has to use multiple things to get one move done. So I think with the right stick now, it's going to free a lot of people and help a lot of people like me. They used to have a lot of hard time with trying to use a couple sticks to do it.
Yeah. And I think when it
do one animation exactly.
Exactly. But I think one thing that I do want to sort of reinstate is the right stick is for you to try and navigate those really tight-packed defenses.
Between players,
exactly. And I feel like that's where the right stick really comes into its own. The finesse dribble has been brought in for that, and who we've been working with, Iniesta, those kind of movements.
He knew a little bit about that stuff.
It's not too bad at it. And I think what you see right now in the build here, by the time you do see the demo, you're going to see the right stick in a completely different form, because already I'm seeing it being so much more adaptive, so much more animation, so much more context, where you'll see our true vision. I'll even say Masuda-san, who's one of the gameplay producers, it's more his baby than anybody else. Obviously, everybody's working on this feature. Taya-san is sat right beside him and he's helping him. But whenever I've had conversations about the finesse dribble, even in its creation and the concept and actually putting into the game, it was Masuda-san who sat me down and said, Adam, check this out. And he was showing me the stuff. And even before I came to E3, he sat me down and said, Adam, check this out. And, he's got this special build that he's tweaking and making, what do you think of this, what do you think of this? And I'm seeing, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I think they're the kind of things where they can take advantage of. What I will say as well is watch out for Inspire. So this is a new thing, which reinstates more of that PES feeling of individuality, which you already have, but it's that extra stamp. where you've got these three different features. You've got the dribbling, inspire, and then you've got low pass and high pass. So, players like Rakitic and Arta for Barcelona, they have really high aspire in low pass and high pass. What that means is as soon as a player gets the ball, players start moving. Not necessarily last man running. Sometimes it'll be someone cutting in or someone coming short, but players start moving around you.
And it's a part of believing that person can actually get a pass where I'm going to go run. I'm going to be ready for that guy.
Because that guy's got the ability to make the pass. He's got high stats in passing, so I know that if I'm going to make a run because I know he'll find me. And that's like I said, you've got low pass and high pass. I mean, Messi's one of the few players which has got high in all three areas. But the dribbling stat is key for Messi, because what you'll see, especially when you're against the AI, is when you've got a player who's got really high dribbling stats, your teammates will start to drag defenders away, leaving you on a one-on-one situation, because they're confident that you can beat a man one-on-one. You'll only have to beat one guy to get that space to get through on goal as well. So I will say that there's a lot of these features that have been brought into PES which keep.
Thanks for that, Captain Obvious. Messi can dribble.
Different teams, but also one of the most important things, especially talking about Master League, is when you sign a player, you see the impact on your team, and it's not just a stat. It's the influence they have on the team, and we do have little traits. Like for example, if you think about what low pass and high pass gives you, it's playmaker style, and that is reinforced with this Aspire stat. Inspire stat, sorry. So that's the kind of thing that, again, that PES is known for. It really brings these things to the fore and really, puts it in your face where you can see it clearly having an impact.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I mean, it's not just like you're trying to say, like Messi is not just gonna do exactly like what Messi does in terms of his own skills, but also it helps and the team adapts to that. Yeah. So, like you were saying, if he's gonna be on one-on-one situation, people will be like, open it up because this guy can dribble around.
Exactly.
And also, if they has a position where he can pass, the guys will get open for a wide pass and stuff. So
yeah.
That is nice. Let's go to one more game.
Onegaishimasu, which means please.
Let's go one more game. And since I'm here, I'm gonna show you guys something quick. I think we have a nice. I
want to be boss.
A nice giveaway. Yeah, we can just do it like that. A nice giveaway. I don't know.
Oh, speaker.
Yeah, we have a cool speaker for you guys. Make sure you use our social channels to get this. We'll send you one. Had the nice eFootball PES 2020 logo. Guys, come on. You can listen to our whole playlist later on. I have here just for you. Here at E3 2019. So please use our social channels. Go official PES. And we'll be hearing from you. See what we can do. Now we go back to the gameplay. So we have changed a little bit. We have Adam playing with Barcelona at home.
I'm gonna hurt you with Messi,
and
honestly.
With the red control.
Gonna hurt him.
Gonna play with the legends. And I'm gonna wait for the moment where the guys on the streaming, hopefully they can hear me. And we can switch to the gameplay.
Sumimasen. Onegaishimasu.
And then we can go right to this. Again, I know you guys are talking about right now live to see what's happening. Make sure you send us your messages. Make sure you are using our hashtag PES Gameplay for today. Also, make sure you are participating to get a nice speaker that we have here at E3 this year. And we're ready to go. Whenever the live stream can go, we can switch to the gameplay, please. And go ahead. I'm trying to fix my hair quick, but hopefully I'll go away from the camera.
People be talking about my hair. Like it.
Yeah, say hi to everyone in the community too. People from PES Universe were around here. We saw Barry talking here.
Oh yeah, he was there.
He was talking to you about.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, we were having a good conversation. He hadn't played the game by the time I spoke to him. He was still waiting to play.
Hear from him after.
Yeah, it's fair. Hopefully he liked it, but I think we spoke about the key features and stuff, and I'm hoping he saw it. You want to call up a question while I?
Yes, I pull up a question.
Shall I give a shout to the tech team?
Can you guys hear us in the streaming, please? Anyone can go for the. We're gonna see Adam standing up for a little bit. I don't think that people in the streaming can see us in the stream room. And
Gameplay?
the idea is to go
We've been asking for
back
the
to the
gameplay.
full gameplay, so we can go and see. So yes, we do have 4 questions.
Yes, gameplay.
And we'll get back to that soon. No.
Good timing.
Yes, we get back to that because a lot of the questions were in terms of the Master League. So we're gonna talk about that in more details tomorrow.
I'm watching on the live stream. That's how bad you are. I don't have to focus on the main screen. Oh, it's nice. Oh, Messi. He feels so good. Referee. Okay.
No,
Okay. Oh, is that how it is? Is that how it is?
No calls on Iniesta.
Hey, look at him run. Look at his
Can
gun.
we do that again? Can we do that again? Can we replay that? That was amazing.
That was really bad timing, by the way.
Yeah,
and I kept
went
held
for
of
my body.
I kept held of R1
moved.
afterwards. I kept running. Oh, I see. That's why I was so good, because you had all these players.
Oh! I got those 3 seconds. Who Batistuta? Come on, the man of E3.
He's
He's
turning into the man of E3. What a goal! That was naughty. I love that. That was such a good strike. There's Ronaldinho 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
His little Nike.
2019.
There's a little Nike tick headband. But yeah, this is beautiful. Nice animation of the goalkeeper as well. You see him reach
He's
out for
fighting
it.
right there. Hey, straight for the goal.
Not happy.
Bati, man,
Not happy.
Bati.
Where are you?
He has a canyon on his leg, man. What? He a bazooka. What's going on
Yeah.
there? It's like
That
I like
the
how
way that
he
it fell, bang.
You were trying to foul me here.
No, I was trying to block you.
Here we go, 1-0. I think these are the legends, right?
Yeah,
Thanks
that's
for
why.
giving me that legends team.
I messed that up, didn't I? It is hard to control them, actually, to contain them. Sorry, but if I can keep on the wing, Rakitic has got nice. Oh no! See that shot there? It was really bad because the ball wasn't at a good height. It was obviously his right foot. He tried to use his right foot, so. Otti got it.
Oh, there you. Dal.
You tend to, yeah. I think the passing is much more available with Barca. The players coming short. A lot more space that you give me as well.
Well, you have the tiki taka, the advanced tragedy. So
What a goal! That is a
nice.
ridiculously good goal. Team goal.
Nice. Team. Exactly what.
Oh, I love it.
Uh oh.
We've just been told to wrap up.
Yeah,
we're having too much fun.
You guys need to get back to work. That's what they're saying, right?
Okay. 5 minutes. So let's do
5 minutes.
5 minutes of questions, maybe.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some questions done. Let's give that. We're gonna give this away too. At one point, we'll do the giveaway on the social channel. So we don't because I know you guys want to hear more answers from Adam. For example, the people talking about that the AI for the whole year. They would like to see at one point through the 3-day streamings if they will the AI start shooting from far away or taking just different ways to attack.
Yeah, understood. I don't think we can do it on this build, can we? So, yeah, but we'll definitely show that. I think this is a little bit early, but you'll see different styles here. If you're playing Superstar, a lot of people are talking about getting rid of the cheating AI, as I like to say. So that's something that we've worked on, especially with the stats and the realism of the players. No matter which difficulty level, there's an element of realism where a certain player from a lower level team doesn't suddenly become a 100 rated, if you know what I mean, and play out of his skin in a very unrealistic way.
Let's see. We have a lot of stuff, and a lot of people want to know about the modes. I'm trying to find more about gameplay. Like they say, the AI we're talking about. We can talk about the Master League. If we can, we can actually create managers and Master League. So that's one of the things. player movements is decent. Of course, it's decent player movements.
Okay, I'm going to go to my Twitter account because
Yeah,
you're rubbish at this.
Let's get Adam's gonna start pulling from his Twitter account.
Leo is back.
And thanks again
Are
for
there
all the
any-
retweets.
Are there any leagues to announce alongside partner clubs? Let's talk about that tomorrow. I think when we talk about Master League a little bit more.
A lot of more details about Master League. We're gonna have a lot of
Edit mode.
edit mode.
I want to post the kit template.
When should we do that?
I can do it now or whenever you want. I've got the kit template in my phone.
There we go. He has the.
But it's
kit
not changed. So
Are you sure? Because everybody's saying it looks different already.
The textures have changed when you import the kit into the game. But in terms of the
Size or like
2048 by 2048 and the way that it's cut up inside that square is exactly the same.
okay, that's good news.
I'm just posting it now.
So right now, guys, on Twitter at Adam Bati, you're gonna get right now for everybody that likes to edit their own kits. Here we go. This is the template of eFootball PES 2020. It's gonna go live right now. So make sure you guys retweet, share some love, especially because there's a lot of people in the community that likes to create very good looking kits. Even for my club, I like to use some of you guys' kits, especially the guys from PES Universe are amazing. But there's a lot of other people that like to edit. Editemos PES in Argentina and South America, PES Nos Une, and all those guys. They like to. It's a lot of you guys in Costa Rica. Well, if we start naming all the countries that play PES, but really, we thank you for all the support. That's the first
absolutely. I've just posted the kit template, everybody. So you'll see it's very similar, but that's the 2020 kit as well. So that's really nice. And I saw a tweet from Asim as well, who obviously left us recently. And I just want to say a big thanks to Asim for all the community work over the past few years and all his help. And that certainly played a big part in a lot of the improvements, including Master League. It's the first E3 for many years that he's not here. We always do that photo.
We always do that, so we're going to miss the photo.
But I know the fans appreciate what you've done for them and the team in Japan, obviously.
Especially now that they start seeing the changes into the game. So that's...
So big shout out.
Yeah, thanks, Hassan, for everything. Let's wrap it up. Tomorrow we'll be back.
We're going to do the same thing every day. I'll check my Twitter.
Do the same thing every day. Well, I hope it's not that bad. Jesus. God, wow. Guys, what up? Exactly, Ryan. That was an absolute shambles of a stream. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of the side of things. I've made a few notes, not too many. One of the things I really liked was the sort of, it was like in the game they played not like a lofted through ball, but it wasn't a through ball along the ground. It was somewhere in between. So that was pretty cool to see. It was like just off the ground. It's like a medium height through ball. So that was definitely new. Spoony, you should be there, not those guys. I wish I was, Giorgio. I wish I was. Okay, so the stream's over. So the things I took away from it, the gameplay seemed a little bit slower paced. They did mention about them trying to get a balance between responsiveness and player weight, but obviously that's a total contradiction, because if you add player weight, you're going to lose responsiveness. So it sounds like they want... It looked a lot slower. It did look a bit slower, and I said that on the trailer breakdown. I looked at when there was a clip of Sergio Roberto. He took sort of 2 touches to control the ball, and his feet had to plant. And I thought, oh, that's going to add maybe a split second, and that's going to add a little bit of input, possibly a bit of input lag to the controller. So we'll have to wait and see until we get our hands on it. But I prefer the game to be responsive. I would much prefer a game to be responsive rather than taking too much of the control away. But there's a fine balance. You don't want it too responsive, otherwise it feels arcadey. So I thought personally PES 2019 got it spot on. So we'll just have to wait and see. Spoony, please commentate over this shambles. Yeah, I will do. I think we can go back through the stream now. I'm gonna leave them off and go back to some of the gameplay clips. See if I can find. So yeah, they had problems. They had serious problems getting the game working. But I love the camera angle. So you can see here, it's really looking really almost like a broadcasty camera angle. They got the same sort of animations for the bookings and stuff. They've got to improve the stream quality as well. Don't know what's going on there with the stream quality is just not good enough, is it? The camera angle's great. Needed something like that in PES 2019. Yeah, exactly. So, Spoony, what do you think so far? It's hard to gauge opinion, really. The changes are so subtle. A lot of it looks like PES 2019. Notice there. Look at the crowd at the background. That's me going back too far. Sorry. I'll just let it play out. These lofted balls seem to be a bit more zip about them. Look at that for a ball from Beckham. I think it's looking good. I think they're trying to make it a little bit more realistic, maybe with the slightly toned down the pace of the game, and they only marginally from what I'm seeing here. But then again, it could be the camera angle because it's zoomed further out, so that could be a bit of like an illusion there, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. They said they changed the controls of the dribbling. Now they said that player runs can be R2 as well. So that's interesting. Sounds like it's totally changing the way the game's controlled. So obviously they're trying to free up a button or two because they switched the controls to the right analog stick. I hope they haven't removed Super Cancel, else I'm just going to retire. I like how the camera slowly zooms in depending on where the ball is. Yeah, I agree. I think it's really nice. Like here, as the goalkeeper's got it, it's sort of panning out to see who to long ball it to. It's really good. I think there's a little break in play here. They don't start for a few seconds, do they? If we could find that Beckham, the pass to Beckham would be good. I think it's in this stream here. He's in this area of the pitch, and then he plays a through ball to Beckham. And it's like a medium lofted through pass. Can do all the skills with Maradona. It feels like the players are harder to get the ball off. Be interesting to see how they shield the ball. Whether there's any input required or whether you have to press a button now. The fact that they've changed the buttons around could indicate that one of those buttons is now for sort of shielding the ball. Oh, lovely effort there from range. Yeah, I think it's more realistic. It could just be the camera angle. I like how Busquets picked himself up off the pitch how he blocked that. There's loads of new animations though. Loads of animations. See how he picks himself up off the ground? He turns, so he's on his bum and then pushes himself up. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. I've got to admit, I do like the look of it. I think it's here, guys. I think it's here. Is this it? There. See a sort of lofted through ball? It's like, and even the cross into the box there, it was like not fully off the ground. But they play it again a bit later on as well. In fact, they do it quite a lot. So there must be another button for contextual passing, maybe. It's interesting. Hopefully you're going to see it again in a minute. This is the goal. Holds him off, takes a touch, bang. There's the goal. But yeah, so some of the other things, obviously that speaker to win, but they didn't tell us how to win the speaker. And they're using the same kit templates. So not a lot to take away from it. We'll have to wait and see and come back tomorrow. If I've not got a copyright strike, then I'll do the same again for tomorrow. But this is let's hope it's a bit more organised, and we'll see what they say. But I think overall the game's looking. They didn't have to make massive changes to PES 2019. PES 2019 was a really good game, but with PES 2020, I think they're focusing in the right areas. It wasn't the gameplay that needed the tweaks; it was the Master League that everyone wanted. But like I said earlier, I just hope that with the Master League changes, it's not going to be, loads and loads of cutscenes where it's going to, if you're a player that likes to just jump into the game like myself, rather than have to look at cutscenes that say the same bloody thing every 5-10 minutes. That'll be really frustrating, a bit like FIFA's negotiations. I think we might see here. Oh yeah, he's just trying to skills here. But you'll see in a second him do like a little lofted through pass. Here it is. Get ready. Watch this. There you go. That's what I was talking about. That little through ball there. I love that. Here we go. Just one more time. Watch him and that ball. It's not like a full lofted through ball, but it's like a medium lofted through ball. I think that's really cool. So that was something. That was something I didn't know. I sort of noticed during the game, and they did quite a few of those. Scripting spoils the game. Is PES heavy in this? I don't think there's scripting in the game. There's a catch-up bug where you go 2 goals ahead in online play, and then it's harder to score the third and the fourth. I think I'm pretty sure that's in the game, and I think that's sensible from a business point of view, because if I smash someone 7-0 and then someone else smashes that player 7-0 and someone else smashes them 6-0, that player is going to leave. If I can only beat him 2-0 and he nicks a goal back and it's 2-1 and it's a close game, he thinks, I got a chance. I didn't play that well, but I got a chance. I've got a chance of staying in the game. So you're going to retain those players. They're going to spend their money on microtransactions and buying better players. And they're going to get better results, aren't they? So, it's... I can see why they do it. I can see why FIFA do that. But I don't think anything's predetermined like a lot of people say. They think, the world's against them. And they think that it's predetermined that they've got to lose a game. I don't think that's the case at all. Half the time I see the so-called scripting when they post videos, it's just bad play from that player. But this looks great. I gotta admit, though. Let's focus on this. But I noticed the players jump higher as well. Players jump a bit higher than before. I don't know if I can skip back to that little cross there. You see how high they jump? No. I want to play this. What's going on here? Ah, bloody hell. Have I lost it? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Oh. We've lost it. We've lost the ability to look at the live stream. That sucks. Maybe it's moved across. Let me just go to their their official site. But yeah, that was pretty much the main things that I found. Slower paced gameplay, camera angle, players are better at holding up the ball, responsiveness, and the player weight. They touched on that as well. And that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Anyway, I think that's gonna be all from me. But unless you guys got some questions, Spoony, you literally just proved your case for no scripting. I don't call it scripting. Scripting for me is predetermined. So, the result is predetermined for you before you even start, which I don't think is the case. I think if you're good enough, you're going to win all your games. If you're not the best, then you're going to lose some games. And if you're terrible at the game, you're going to lose all your games. The same for scripting is creating a narrative. Well, everyone's got a different opinion of scripting, because some people think it's predetermined, and I've seen videos of where someone will have the ball with their goalkeeper. They'll try and throw it out. It'll hit the back of their player's head, and they call that scripting. I'm like, no, that's just you throwing the ball at the back of your defender's head. It's the wrong trajectory. You're aiming directly at him. It's just unlucky, It's not scripting. Scripting for me is where you get I call it the catch-up bug, is where you're 2-0 ahead and then it becomes a little bit harder to score the third goal and fourth goal because your players take a second longer to control the ball, maybe a split second longer. But yeah. I think if that was the case, if there was scripting and there's predetermined results, how come all the best players keep winning their games and keep going to the same tournaments, and all the average players that moan about scripting don't even qualify? You get the same players more or less qualifying or in the same in the same category because they're good players. They're great players. When we'll start playing one-touch football out of nowhere. Okay, so you're talking about the AI now. The AI, there's definitely no scripting. Because when I've played against the AI, have I won 35 games, drawn 3, and lost none? Surely if it was scripted, I would have lost a few. And I don't see why there would be scripting for the AI. That would make no sense. Admittedly, there are times in a game where it gets more difficult, and you're talking about the one touch. You're probably talking about the way the AI pass it across your box. That's just where there's gaps in your defense, basically. Let's see if I can find this live stream again. Unless I go to this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna go to my own stream.
His browsing history, he knows it.
Get rid of this advert, and then I'll be able to rewind. No, I can't. And then I'll be able to rewind. Okay, forget that. That was epic fail. I was hoping to find their stream again, but they've it's clearly disappeared in the ether. But yeah, I've made my. I think rather than go back over old ground about scripting, it is what it is, and everyone's got their own opinions. Spoony, that's the link. It's unlisted. Thanks, Revo London. Cheers, dude. Changes to MyClub. They didn't mention any changes to MyClub. Cheers, Sash. Glad you agree with me, dude. How many goals have you conceded in the 43rd minute? I have no idea, Descriptor. I don't take count of when I concede. Did you see the link I posted? It's the stream. Oh. Let me just have a look. There's a lot of chat going on here. Can you post it again with my name? Like put at SpoonyPizzas. Germany 8, Estonia 0. Wow. Oh, Spoony, I have one question. Do you think there will be a better growing system for the young players? Again, we don't know. They had a great opportunity today to touch on the Master League, and they completely avoided all questions. I was like, why avoid the questions? It's like they're trying to hold stuff back. I can see their point. You know, they want to have stuff to talk about, but if people are asking about Master League, people want to know, then just let off a little bit, like a little snippet of information. But hey, they're trying to drive the hype wheel. If you can post that link again, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can get it. Try that again. Nope. It's disappeared into the ether. That's a shame. Do you think there's going to be a change for header in PES 20? Is the ball physics and the contact with head going to change? I think so, because I noticed that the players are jumping higher. Let me just show you my reason for that. My thinking behind that. Oh, they've even... What the hell's going on with PES? They've removed the trailer. I can't find the bloody trailer now. They're having a nightmare over official PES. So if we look at this, go back a little bit. This is my stream from earlier, my breakdown. And I did actually talk about this in the breakdown video. It's further back than that. Here we go. It's around here. Okay, here. So watch how high Messi jumps. Let me just make this a bit bigger for you guys. So when this cross comes in, watch how... I'll try and pause it when he jumps. Look how high he's jumping off the ground. That's much higher than he's certainly used to. I remember small players having really good jump abilities, but they won't be able to get that high. Alright, cheers old boy. Catch you again, dude. So I do think there's going to be better opportunities for heading the ball. The dribbling is going to be very, very difficult, I think, in PES 2020 to adapt. It's going to take a little while to adapt. I'm probably going to struggle. I've sort of mastered it the last two episodes, two games they brought out. Well, last 3 games I brought out, but I think that now it's it'll be interesting to see how easy it is with the control change. I wouldn't be surprised if the demo plays way different. Yeah, the demo will be different, and then the finished product will be different, and then the next data packs will be different. It's always the same. They always change it, and they listen to the feedback. And yeah, to me it looks like a slower paced game. Like I said, I love got a ton of new animations here. Look at that, tons of new animations. My question, Spoony, how many games did you play online? Quite a lot. I don't keep count or anything. I mean, I could look at my my stats, but quite a lot. All right, see you later, Etno. Well, thanks for joining us, dude. Ah, you're from Evo Web. Ah, nice. I didn't know that. And yeah, I'll definitely swing by Evo Web for sure. Thanks a lot, guys. Or dude. All right, see you later, Ryan. Spoony, any information on MyClub? No information on MyClub. They're keeping their cards close to their chest. All we got to see was the gameplay, really. Every time they went to answer a question, they went back to the gameplay. Every time they went to play the game, they were trying to answer questions. It was a mess. Let's be honest. But they need to sort it out and work on it. Hey, Lawrence, welcome, buddy. Okay, well, I'm going to call it a night, lads, and hopefully you found this useful. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully they're going to improve their stream work. No info on the demo just yet. No worries, dude. I'll try to respond to all comments. Oh, sorry, D. Tunes. Do you like the player models? Let's go back. I would say yes. I was a bit like, the kits do look a bit baggy. I think someone mentioned that. The kits do look a little bit baggy there. Hopefully they're going to tighten that up maybe. Just looked a bit too baggy. Spoony streaming in about 2 hours. Is there? There's a new stream? I thought it was tomorrow. They have the biggest size available. Yeah, absolutely. In terms of the kit. Yeah. Did they show the menu? Yes, they did. Yes. Unfortunately, you're going to just have to rewind my live stream to find it. But yeah, the menus, they said they're still going to work on them. They've still got more work to do. It's funny because they look professional in the background, but then they got the same clunky menus in the foreground. So I think they need to just tighten it up a little bit. Hopefully there's less button presses to get to where you want to go. Before it was like, oh, you have to go to online tab, and then you had to go through about past five other screens just to get to your Master League, and just took too long. Thank you very much, T20G. Thanks, buddy. Have they ever let you carry unspent coins over? Annoying if you spent money on them and then you can't spend them anymore. No, they do not allow you to carry the coins over, Chris AC. I'm afraid. Do you think there will be any new things coming to MyClub? I imagine so. That's a big selling point for PES. It's probably one of the most, the second most important mode. There was a poll that went out where people decided where they were talking about what does everyone play, and it was like 65% played Master League, 30 something percent played MyClub, and then the other modes were like split by a few percentage, not much at all. So the main one was Master League, then the second one was MyClub, but obviously MyClub brings in all the revenue with the microtransactions, so that's why they're going to be paying a big attention to that. I think they should bring in pro clubs. I think it really works well. Anyone who's played in my 11 against 11s will know that it's a really fun mode when there's no trolls, and I think that would be really good if we could get pro clubs going in PES. This is the third straight year they've promised revamped transfers. Yes, that's very true, Cubby Cub. And they did say that the Master League was a 3-year project. That was 3 years ago, so this is the final year. And they literally made no changes the first 2 years, so it'll be interesting to see how many changes. It does sound like they've put a big emphasis on remastering the Master League, so they knew the backlash they got last year regarding Master League, so it's definitely in a focus. I would love them to focus on the atmosphere in the ground. When you hear FIFA's chants and everything, it's really good, but they've just got no gameplay, whereas PES has got all the gameplay, but there's just no atmosphere half the time. I know, Mohammed. Welcome, dude. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Can online play be as smooth as offline play? Yes, it is. Lawrence, I play PES 2019. If you got a good connection, it will be really smooth. I've got a 20 megabyte upload and 60 megabyte download, so I have no lag issues, and I host the 11 against 11, and generally everyone says it's a pretty smooth experience. Why is such a late release? Going up against FIFA won't help. Well, funnily enough, they brought it out in August last year, and the sales dipped. No one really knew why, because they thought, surely if you bring out the game a month or two before your rival, you're going to have more sales. But for some reason, I can't remember what the reason was. It was like the time of, I don't know if it was like school holidays or something along those lines. There was a reason why the sales dipped. So obviously they probably lost their bonuses or whatever, the board members, because they didn't hit their targets. So maybe that was the concern. So they've gone back to September again. What do you think about... Oh, I was just about to read that and you retracted your message. Is there another live stream tomorrow discussing Mass League in more detail? Yes, there are two more. There's two more dates. So you can see here, June the 11th to the 13th, they'll be doing this. So it's the 11th today, and they'll be doing it for the next 2 days. I will be back if I don't get copyright striked. If I get copyright striked, then I'll have to just chill and see what happens. Any info on the demo or ETA on the demo? Nope, no demo information just yet, but generally it's a month before, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the full game, so just have to wait and see. Maybe actually it's usually 4 weeks before, because I'm always like, this is so good, and I'm just like hammering the demo. Do you have a release date for PES 2020? Yes, PES release date is 10th of September. Unai Emery to be a gem for Mass League in 2020. Well, funny you mentioned that, because they've brought obviously the managers into PES 2020, and you can see them on the touchline. You see all the sort of cutscenes as well, so it looks pretty cool. Spoony, what is your prediction on PES versus FIFA? Do you think PES did enough to attract some players from FIFA to PES? I definitely think, I don't have the stats to hand, but I get a lot of comments when I'm playing to say that they've given up on FIFA, they've moved to PES. So, and a lot of people, say bad things about PES. They go, oh, well, I've had enough of PES. AI is this, or the Mass League's not getting engrossed into the gameplay. There's nothing like to hold them in and really enjoy the ride. So the way I see the Master League is I enjoy it because it's a story. The Master League itself is a story. You don't need the cutscenes to tell you what's going on. The story is, if you're getting beaten by a bigger club or just lost a few points to the league leaders who go on to win the cup, that's your story. That's about getting back at that team, and then having that race the next season and thinking, right, where did I go wrong last season? Which games did I fail in? What was the tactics? What was I doing? Where did I fail? And it's all part of the story. Jack Daniels, that's the stream link. Where? I can't see it. Wait, isn't PES 2020 released in July? No, it's not. It's PES 2020 is going to be released in September the 10th. It's on their website. I could show you, but PES equal gameplay, FIFA equal kids play. Yeah, you're pretty much right there. FIFA's just been terrible. And when I saw the EA announcer and them talking about FIFA, I was like, go on, dude, you need to come out and say, this is, we took the criticism last year for FIFA 19. We've completely scrapped it and we've started back from the drawing board. But instead he said, oh, we've added this gimmick, we've added that gimmick. And I was like, mate, you do not want to add gimmicks in Volta Football. What you need is a massive overhaul. People are not happy with what you're doing. Your birthday is 10th of September. That is awesome, dude. No worries, Jack. No worries, dude. I'm gonna if there's no other questions, I will here we go. Editable managers. Could we see real life managers uploaded into the game through option files like we see hits? Oh, that is a very, very good question, Sakali. I don't know. I would think so, because they were talking about the scanned faces here, and you can see the level of detail on the face is much better. Much better. And there's even tones here in the beard. So I think they said you can actually scan faces in. I'm pretty sure Adam Batty said the faces are scanned in. Now whether we get the option to scan faces in will be another thing. But like FIFA does with some of their fighting games and FIFA as well, where you can scan your own face in. You take a picture from the front and the side, and then you can put your face in, which is pretty cool. I hope the AI will have more reasonable fouls in the box. Yeah, we didn't get to see the AI in the gameplay kit. We just got to see, two players going at it, just sort of trying to score a few goals. I wish PES would insert dynamic weather conditions, dirt on kits. Maybe something for the next gen. There is dynamic weather, and they do get dirt on the kits in PES 2019. Sometimes it will be like cloudy, and then it will start raining, and then or sometimes it can rain, then it goes to heavy rain. So that's already in PES 2019. So I imagine it will be in PES 2020 as well. Have you liked your own stream? Yes, I have. That's because I'm so cool. Can we put Pablo's face on the kits on PES 2020? Yeah, I think you can. I'll see if I can. Get that on. Is PES 2019 worth buying at this point? I would definitely say so, Lawrence. It'd be a good, learning curve. However, as the skills have changed and the controls have changed, you may want to think about postponing it. But I would definitely get PES 2019. My friend picked it up the other day, and he thinks it's the best thing he's ever done. Is buy PES 2019. I sort of convinced him. Almost never foul in the box from 2018. Yeah, it is very, very rare to have a foul in the penalty box. Usually done by a skill or a trick is how you get it. Anyway, ladies and gents, I'm gonna have to call it a night. I'd love to keep talking, but I will be back tomorrow, and we'll be discussing, and hopefully the stream that they produce isn't as bad as it was today. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you again. Bye bye.